Welcome to AfriMind. Today we have Eric Kacou. Eric is the founder of ES Partners. Eric has worked not only in the private sector but in the public sector as well. He is one of the people who has worked with the government of Rwanda and has helped with the, what we've seen as the economic transformation in Rwanda. He's worked with many other governments, my country, Nigeria, Mali, Burundi, and where he currently is, Haiti. Eric has been recognized as a young global leader by the World Economic Forum, and he's also an Archbishop Desmond Tutu Fellow. So thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you, Amaka.
I have to say, one thing I thought about when I was reading your CV was, how do you find the time? I mean that genuinely.
Yeah, okay, so that's a very, very good question. I actually don't believe that time is the constraint.
Okay.
I think the constraint is really whether or not we are passionate about what we are trying to do. I think the constraint is whether or not we think it's important. So to me, I've never looked at time as being the constraint. I think the question is really, do I really care about what I'm trying to do? But
yeah.
to go into specifics in terms of how I balance some of the competing priorities, the first thing to me that's critical is the team. Okay. I think it's really about partnerships. I think at ES Partners, the reason why we call it ES Partners is exactly that, which is everybody that is a member of the team is actually a partner in the business, and we all share the same passion for enabling entrepreneurial solutions for prosperity. So for us, it's not a job, it's not just to work. It's really what we stand for, it's who we are, and I think that makes things a lot easier. The second thing, which is related to the first, is that we then try to use or leverage platforms outside of what the immediate team can do. So you know, whether it is the World Economic Forum, whether it is the Archbishop Desmond Tutu Fellowship, whether it is the Wharton School, whether it is Harvard Kennedy School, whether it is some of the governments that we work with, government of Rwanda, government of Haiti. These are all institutions and entities with resources that we partner with to work on projects that we believe can make a difference for them. Therefore, they have an interest to basically work with us. And I think as long as you can find the right partnerships, everything is possible. And then finally, sometimes you just have to be able to prioritize. So you have to have 3 buckets of things that you're doing now, things that you don't think are important at all, therefore you're not going to get involved with, which is about saying no. And then finally, things that you put on the back burner, which is something that I think is important that should be done, but I don't have the bandwidth to do it right away. I think if you can have a good team, great partnerships, and prioritize, I think time then becomes just another thing that you manage.
Collaboration and partnerships.
Exactly.
So one thing, I speak to a lot of people, and myself included, who want to be, who want to start up businesses in Africa.
Yes.
And a lot of times you're thinking of all the bottlenecks. You're thinking of infrastructural problems you're going to face. You're looking at the government and how the government is going to affect your business. You're basically seeing bottlenecks. And the question is, it's difficult enough to start a business, anywhere in the country. And so it's even more difficult in Africa. And so what are the challenges that you faced when you start, that you see businesses face and you faced yourself, and how do people overcome it? Yeah,
no, I think the answer was in your question.
Okay.
I mean, because one of the things about being stuck in a survival trap is that we become reactive. We become reactive because we see problems. So instead of worrying about our objective or our plan, we worry about how do we fix infrastructure, how do we fix. The second you do that, you become overwhelmed.
Okay.
And you basically, get stuck in what you might call analysis paralysis, because everywhere you look, there is a problem and you don't know what to do, and it's just overwhelming. To me, it's really important to begin with what we control. I mean, every day you make sure you're clear about what your vision is, and then every day you wake up and you say, here are 1 or 2 things that I will do concretely that will move my mission or my vision forward. So, for example, I came into Washington last night from Haiti, right? my mission is to enable entrepreneurial solutions for prosperity. So what am I going to do today to make that happen? One of those things is this interview that we are having. Why? Because if people can learn more about AfriMind and can understand, the role that entrepreneur can play in development, guess what? It would make something about my mission happen. So from here, I have a number of meetings, very concrete things that I can do, that my teammates can do, which are manageable, which have an impact that we basically get involved with. So I think, to me, the first thing is to stop worrying about what we don't have and instead worry about what we can do. And to me, decision is destiny. So if we can make a decision to do something and we can follow through with that decision, eventually we shape our own destiny.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Eric. I find it so inspirational to talk to you.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much.